All right, drivers for Clubman should be getting yourselves organised, please. Drivers for Clubman's. Go again. All right, all other drivers, please exit the driver's stand. Clubman's is up now. Out to Marshall is 13.5 and Hyperclass. Please make your way out to the track now, please. All right, we're just waiting for drivers to get themselves checked in for this final race of the weekend for Clubman's. All right, our starting order is Oliver is off 1, Steve is off 2, Taylor 3, Mark 4, Henry 5, Blake 6, Graham 7, Miller 8, Harry 9, Greg 10, and Lewis in 11 if he's here. All right, if we can have drivers from 13.5 out to Marshall, please. Drivers from 13.5, make your way out to Marshall. So some people are still off getting their lunch, so we're going to need a few volunteers if we can. All right, we're going to get this one underway. Good luck, drivers. We are going racing on the Roadrunner. Drivers for Formula One, get ready, please. All right, just waiting on the last couple of cars to check in of Robin, Hugo, Simon. Jason's not running in this one, so. Oh, no. Has anyone messaged him? Yeah. Yeah, well, that's all right. We're going to get us cars and you can drive them. All right, we'll get you guys to grid them up. Our starting order is Gavin on 1, Neville on 2, Matthew 3, Simon on 4, Jamie 5. Jason's not running in this. He would be 6. Daniel is in 7, Robin in 8, Scott in 9, and Hugo in the 10. Alrighty, where are all our marshals? Marshals, and more marshals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, drivers, we're ready to get this one underway. Here we go, racers. On the sound of the Roadrunner. Here we go. A main for the last 2024 race for Formula One. Gavin Dawson leading the way from his P1 spot, being hotly chased by, looks like Matt Vanderhaast, and I'm not sure who's in the black and green car. That might be Nev. Well, it looks like it is. Neville in the second spot, holding off Vanderhaast. They go through the switchback area. Holmes also buying into this as well on the early stages of this 5-minute stanza. Meanwhile, already Robin's going down a lap to the leaders as the far out. Get that, trying to say that right. Quadruple. I've just been told to lessen my words and just say being lapped. Scott gets out of the way now for the leaders. Neville putting pressure on Gavi as they come through the hairpin and down the front straightaway-ish area. Into the complex they come. Oh, almost a nice move there by the BWT car. Puts it up the inside, takes the 2 spot. Now challenging for the 1. Runs a little wide that time. Neville comes back at Matt as they come around the hairpin and onto the main straightaway they go. Gavi throwing it in speedway styles into the hairpin at the end of the front straight. Opening up a small gap now over Matt. Neville just dropping back ever so slightly as they come back through the infield now, through the switchback, round the carousel, through the chicanes. Another little gap there being opened up, making their way through some traffic there. Scott getting out of the way in the 23 championship winning car there. All right, Gavi got a nice lead. They're still throwing it in speedway styles on their hairpin. Back through the switchback and through the carousel, through the chicane section. Matt just dropping back a little bit. His car seems to be a little stronger down the main straightaway. They got slower cars coming up on slower cars this time around. Daniel gets out of the way nicely. Thank you very much. Neville just dropping back a little bit in the black and yellow car. Switching it back now and onto the main straightaway goes this trio. Gavi again just hurls it into that hairpin. That's allowing it's allowed. Oh, small mistake there from Gavi. That's given the lead to Matthew. That's all he needed. He's opened up and he's gapping him already. There might be a problem. Oh no, looks like Gavi's rattled himself now. Our points leader dropping back in the field. He's now got Neville on his back bumper as he takes his Ferrari down the front straightaway. Again, Speedway Styles throwing it on the back axle into that corner. We've got 2 minutes left to run. Drivers for 21.5 C-Main, get ready, please. Matt opening up a nice handy lead within a few corners after taking that position off Gavin. Battling his way now. He's got Neville on his bumper in the Ferrari. And, oh, he's just caught on the barrier there, needing to be marshalled. That's allowed Neville to go through on him. Van der Haasen won in the pink and white BWT Racing Point car, followed by what I'm assuming would have been a Renault with the yellow and black. Oh, Neville just throwing that car on the back axle and the hairpin there. It doesn't quite work for him. All right, we've got 1 minute left to run, drivers. 1 minute left to go. Matthew holding a nice, healthy 4-second lead over Neville. Neville battling his way through back traffic there. Gavi down in the 3 spot still, making his way through some back markers as well. Out in front, showing a clean set of heels through the infield there is Matthew van der Haas holding that P1 spot, opening up a nice gap. Looks like he's 3.4 seconds ahead of Neville, who's a further 7 seconds ahead of Gavin. Let's see where Gavi is. Gavi's on the back straight now. Neville's in through the infield, taking the switchbacks. Gavi's got a bit of lap traffic ahead of him there. Scott getting out of the way from him. Here we go. Final 10 seconds, drivers.
All drivers are finished. Dropping up in good. The race is completed.
Thank you, marshals. Thank you, drivers. We'll roll into the next one.
Three minutes to the start of the race. Up next.
All right, if we can have Formula One drivers out to marshal, please. Formula One drivers out to marshal. All right, our starting order in this one, we've got Taylor off 1, Hugo in 2, Graham in 3, Casey in 4. If you'd like to grid them up now, please, drivers. Watch out, car on the back straight. All right. Marshall's looking lively. Drivers ready. Go racing on the Roadrunner. Drivers for 21.5 B main, get ready, please. Keep racing till your name is called. That was easy.
This is completed. 3 minutes to the start of the race. Up next, race number 4. Great Barrenness. Adam Williams. Scott Rouse. And Bill.
All right. Just getting ourselves organised into this B main of 21.5 touring cars. Should be a good little battle with Antonio, Scott, and Adam in this one. Also, Adam Croy off the back there could be a bit of a sleeper in this one as well. So that's all cars checked in. If we can have drivers out from that last race to marshal, please, plus a couple of volunteer marshals. If we can have some volunteer marshals, that'll be fantastic. See you, Marty. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. I'll bring the kiwi eggs next time. Can't park there. All right, our starting order for this one, we've got Adam off 1, Scott on 2, Antonio on 3, Steve on 4, Michael 5, Ryan 6, Mark 7, Lauren and 8, and Adam Croy rounding out our 9. If you'd like to grid them up now, please, drivers. Going to need some volunteer marshals, please. Can I see a few people volunteering to marshal? Thank you, Graham. Thanks, Speedy. A couple of people over on the back straight would be great, and in front of the Montec sign there would be appreciated. Thank you very much. For those who've got nothing better to look at while they're in the pits, we are streaming this at the moment, so you can check that out on YouTube. All right, drivers, we're going to get this one underway. Let's go racing on the Roadrunner. All right, here we go. B main 21.5 off and running. Adam Wyndham getting pressure already from Scott Wells as they come through the center section of the track there, and also getting into this in his, looks like old school DTM Merc. Getting lots of pressure there. Oh, runs a little wide there. As Michael Hawkins, he gets taken from Steve Hoskins. Oh, there's a car under the bridge on the infield. That looks like that's young Ryan stuck under there. Someone else taking out the other side of the bridge while he's at it. Who's that upside down? That was Adam and Scott absolutely battling hard. Sorry, Steve. My mistake. That's Steve, who's in the P1 spot at the moment. Here he comes now in through the infield, across the stripe. Adam Wyndham following him behind with his broken wing. That won't be too handy driving down the back straight. Steve Hoskin coming through across the stripe now. Who's that up into the 3? Antonio's right back in the pack. Unusual for him. Normally he's a pretty good runner. A little bit of the infield in front of the driver's stand there with the chicane. It's catching a few people out. Some people taking some very cautious lines through there. We'll see how the faster guys go in the next race. We've had our race leader taken out by Ryan, who's needing to be marshalled. Thanks, Graham. Steve Hosking still leading the way from Adam Wyndham. Scott Wells in the third. Michael Hawkins catching up to them as they come through. Scott's just taken over that second spot from Adam, bustling his way through on the silver and blue car, going down the back straightaway now. Just in behind him's Adam in the orange car. He's just caught Scott's just catching the inside of the barrier. They're turning into the turns 1 and 2. Almost at the halfway stage. Scott holding a small lead in that second spot over Adam as they come back down the main straightaway. They got a car they're going to put a lap on now as the driver runs wide. Steve Hoskins really spread eagle the field. He's opened that gap up quite considerably. It's out to 6.096 seconds with 0.851 between Scott Wells and Adam Wyndham. Or Adam just going under the barrier there, pulling his wing off. That can't be making his car handle terribly well. Where is our second place man? Here he is coming across the stripe now in the blue-backed, silver-nosed car. A race leader in the all-black car going across the stripe in through the switchback. On the infield he goes, around the final turn and down the main straightaway he goes. About to put a lap on the 350Z. Great driving there. Don't know who that is. All right, drivers for 21.5 A main. Get ready, please. Right, we've just got 45 seconds on the clock to run, drivers. 45 on the clock. Car on the barrier in front of the timing bridge. Adam Croy, I think. Yes, it is. Or gets tagged by the leader there. Adam Wyndham's also in this as well. How far away is he? Oh, looks like he's gone down a lap. Scott Wells is still holding on to that second spot. Got 30 seconds left to run, drivers. All right, we're just waiting for Daniel to check in. All right, if we're going to have drivers from that last race out marshalling, please. Drivers from the last race out to marshal. All right, that's everyone checked in. Our starting order is Dillinger off 1, Gavin on 2, Hayden on 3, Alex on 4, Jason on 5, Justin 6, Simon Jorgensen 7, Richard on 8, Daniel York on 9, and Speedy rounds out our 10. All right, drivers, if you'd like to grid them up now, please. Grid them up. Go there, Go there. Go that way. All right, are our marshals looking lively? Phones away, hands out of pockets. Drivers ready. Let's go on the sound of the Roadrunner.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
All right, Dillinger leading away this 21.5 A final race for 2024 from his P1 position. Jason Helg up into that second spot, challenging already with Hayden Gordon in there as well as they come round onto the main straightaway for the very first time under pressure. Oh, beautiful move there. Just getting tagged as he came into the corner there. No foul as we've got another car on the inside trying to make their way past Dillinger's fluoro red and gold nose. That's Alec Beck in their fourth spot. Oh, there's a bit of a body tuck there. Body tuck, body tuck. Managed to get away with it. Alex Beck's come off worse for wear out of that one. We've got a little bit of biff and barge there now. Alex upside down. Got the old angry eyes on by the looks of things. Gavin out in front, just trying to pick up on where he actually is. He's the red and black. Going down the main straightaway. Got Hayden in behind him. So come across the stripe now. Hayden's car, yellow nose, blue back, clear wing. So go through the switchback in through the infield. Oh, Gavin just collecting the inside barrier there onto the main straightaway. That's shuffled him down into the 3 spot. Hayden now clear out in front. He has a slower car ahead of him. He's just given him some racing room now as he's got Dillinger on him as well. Looks like that's Jason Helg that's going down a lap. He's also had a bit of a coming together. That's cost him some time. Justin Shepherd up into the 4 spot, making his way through as well. Now in the back straight, we'll just follow Justin just for a minute. He's got Gavin Dawson just ahead of him. He's really challenging for this 3 spot. Dillinger a few car lengths up ahead and Hayden in there as well. Dillinger's really putting the hammer down in his, I'm sure it's a Schumacher MI9. Challenging the Yokomo of Hayden. So they come down the front straightaway side. Jorgensen needing to be rescued there on the infield. Turned around. Oh, Alex having a mare run. Just getting caught on that barrier again. Almost to the halfway stage. Drivers for Super GT, get ready, please. Looks like there's a bit of a body tuck on the back of Daniel's car on the left-hand rear corner. No, it's cleared itself now. Oh, Dillinger making a mistake there, getting caught upside down and rolling out of the way. That's allowed Gavin up into that 2 spot. Has he got anything in the tank to catch up to Hayden, who's got showing a clean set of heels out in front? Gavin just working his way through some back markers there as well. And behind Dillinger's got a melee of cars, including Justin Shepherd, who's still holding on to that 4th spot, doing remarkably well. He's got Speedy on his back bumper as he come through the stripe this time around. Cy Jorgensen just getting out of the way there. So not to impede these guys, he now gets himself rescued off the barrier there, is catching himself. Oh, Dillinger making it another mistake there. In behind him in the white and green car, we've got Justin looking to make a move possibly before time runs out. Oh, Speedy there, getting caught up with a faster car. Now Gavin's getting taken out by every man and his dog while he's trying to get himself back on the track. There's some tardy driving from some guys who should know a little bit better. Right, Hayden still holding on to that one spot. Dillinger now down into the 4. Justin up into the 3. Gavi still holding on to that 2 spot. Justin not too far behind him, making a mistake there through the chicane section there. He's got a slower car ahead of him as he goes down the back straightaway. There's only a couple of car lengths between it. One small error will change this position. Daniel graciously gets out of the way, allowing these two to race till the end, and it is a race. This is on for position as the red and black car of Gavin Dawson down the back straightaway with the white car of Justin, making a beautiful move there at the hairpin at the end of the main straightaway. Just sneaking up on the inside of Gavin. Has Gavin got anything to get back at him as he comes through the switchback and down onto the front straightaway? Justin opening up a big gap already. He's got a slower car ahead of him. Just watch the, thank you, Si. Back through the switchback and carousel. They go, oh, there's a move there. That was on. He's waiting. It's good driving there from Gavi. Good move, good move. Now this brings Challenger right into it as we're into the final 10 seconds. 1 lap left to run for these three as they come across the stripe this time around. And they're going for gold in through the switchback. So chicane, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Down the main straightaway they go. We've got Justin ahead of Gavin and Dillinger looking for a crossaway, and right on the line there. Gavi takes that 2nd spot from Justin. A beautiful move there, and Dillinger coming across the line for 4th place. What a beautiful drive. Thank you, marshals. All right, we're just waiting for Gavi to check in. He's making his way up to the driver's stand now. Our starting order will be Speedy off 1, Gavin off 2, Steve Hoskins 3, Adam Wyndham 4, Oliver Warding 5, Ryan Pony 6, Adam Croy 7, Lauren Wells 8, Blake Wheeler 9, Greg Pony 10, Harry Hoskins 11, and Daniel York in the truck out of the last place, 12. All right, if you'd like to grid them up now, please, drivers. Grid them up. Speedy on 1, Gavin 2, Steve 3, Adam Wyndham 4, Oliver 5, Ryan 6, Adam Croy 7, Lauren 8, Blake Wheeler 9, Greg Pony 10, Harry Hoskins 11, and Daniel York in the 12 spot. All right, drivers, let's go racing on the Roadrunner. All right, here we go. 2024 final A main of Super GT in its current format. A couple of Porsches in there, challenging already. Speedy with his McLaren out in front. Ooh, coconut milk. Ooh. Busy old race, this one with 12 competitors in it. Lauren there coming across the stripe when her Mustang upside down. Race leader making his way through the field already. He's got another, looks like a Ferrari ahead of him as he coming round through on the all pink McLaren, putting a move on the truck as well. There are cars going in all directions in this one. I'm trying to keep up with our points leaders, which is Speedy, who's just had a collision with somebody along the back straight there. Car is upside down. Caution on the back straight, please, drivers. Thank you, Marshall. All clear now. Looking forward to seeing how Super GT and the Montec Super Cup go next year with the raft of rule changes that are being made for this class. It should make for some interesting racing. Brushless motors, Porsche body shells, and along with your standard GT cars as well, just like real GT racing, a class within a class. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. I'm just seeing that young Ryan's gone out of this one, which will be affecting his point score for next year. We're going to your best of 2 counts across the day, so you can afford to drop a race during the day and still get points. Whereas at the moment, this is sudden death playoff. If you're out in the finals, that's it. You don't get nothing. Drivers for modified, get ready, please. Oh. All right, Speedy still leading the way with 1 minute left to run. Gavin holding on to that 2 spot. This will probably be how the championship will end too, with Speedy taking the championship from Gavi. All right, got 20 seconds left to run. Drivers, remember to keep racing until your name is called. All righty. Starting order 4, Modified Touring, A-Main. Matthew Vanderhaas on 1, Jamie Holmes 2, Simon Norton 3, Colin Story 4, Neville Bishop 5, Michael Vanderhaas 6, and Gail Bunoware in 7. Can we have all the drivers from the last race out to Marshall, please? All right, drivers, if you'd like to grid them up, please. Matthew on 1, Jamie on 2, Simon 3, Colin 4, Neville 5, Michael 6, Gail 7. Duck hunting. All righty, our Marshall's looking ready. Got someone else for the other end of the back straight there. There were 12 of you in that last race. There should be at least 12 of you out there marshalling. All right, drivers, we're going to get this one underway. on the sound of the Roadrunner. Oh, Jamie trying to make a move there off his P2 spot on Matthew Vanderhaas in the green and pink machine. Oh, there's everybody stuck on the infield there. That's Simon stuck on the infield, needing to be marshaled. Gavin leaps like Superman across the track to get him. It's been quite costly for him and Colin Story are well back in the pack now as our leader comes down the front straightaway. Jamie Holmes in hot pursuit with Gale from the back of the grid, now up into that 3 spot. Through the carousel, switching through the chicane up to the infield. Oh, looks like we've got a battery out for Nev. Somebody can give him a hand to get him back into the race. We've got our leaders through the infield now. Putting lots of power down that time around. Matthew Vanderhaas back into the car, just stepping out a little bit there. The new SP1 that Jamie Holmes is driving, the silver and black car, getting harassed by the Yokomo of Gale Ware as they go down the front straightaway now through the hairpin. They've got slower cars just ahead of them. Through the carousel, now through the chicane, up to the teardrop, now back round onto the main straightaway. There's not a lot between these guys. Jamie looking for a way past. He collects Matthew. He dutifully waits for him so he doesn't receive a penalty. Meanwhile, that's allowed Gale to skip away and possibly end up taking, unless something happens, taking back-to-back championships. Oh, Jamie's car's looking a little bit ragged in the back end that time around through the infield. Neville's back away again. There's a funny noise coming from it, though. Doesn't sound too good. Just getting away of the leaders. Meanwhile, our race leader now is coming to put a lap on Colin Stories. Goes through the switchback and round onto the main straightaway, keeping his Yokomo nice and tight. White nose, red back. Coming up on the fluoro red car through the infield. Simon Noten just catching the inside barrier there in his purple car. All right, drivers for front wheel drive, B main, get ready, please. Ooh, bit of an error there from Matthew. Looks like he's popped the front suspension of his car. That'll be him out. Boys go to work on it, so you can get him back in. We've got 1:38 left to run. Oh, Nev upside down on the infield, needing to be marshalled. Our race leader, Gale, a handy lead over everybody else. Oh, there's another battery out for Nev. All right, we're having looks like we've got a couple of timing issues going on at the moment as well. We've got 50 seconds left to run. Oh no, our championship leader has got damage. He's pulling off. The front of his car is definitely touching the ground by a considerable amount. Front. Gale's trying to. He's still going. He's a fair way ahead of everybody at the moment. He's still keeping laps in. He's just going down another lap to everyone else. We've got a few seconds left to run, so that'll get him another lap in. Like I said, we've had some timing issues here, so let's finish this one, then we'll sort it out. All right, drivers for front-wheel drive B main, just hold your horses for 5 minutes. I got some housekeeping to do on this race. Okay, drivers track is now open for front wheel drive B main. If we can have drivers out from modified to Marshall, please. Sorry about the delay there. Just needed to tidy up things. Otherwise, people will be getting upset over plastic cups. Alrighty, that is all drivers checked in. Our starting order for this one is Richard off 1, Barry on 2, Cy Jorgensen 3, Antonio on 4, Casey 5, Hugo 6, Scott 7, Graham 8, Lauren 9, Robin 10. If you'd like to grid them up now, please, drivers. Alrighty. We've got all our marshals looking lively. Drivers ready. Let's go racing on the Roadrunner. All right, here we go. Richard leading them away from P1 in the green machine. Meanwhile, there's a calamity of cars further on back as everyone's trying to push their way through into that second spot. It's like young Casey's up into that second spot already. He's being hounded by Cy Jorgensen by the looks of it in the purple people leader. And in behind him is another purple car of Barry. Now Barry's making his way past young Casey's that come through the hairpin this time around. Down the front straight away they go. It's plenty busy there. Richard holding on to that one spot quite nicely. He's got, Cy trying to take a hungry move there over the curbing in through the chicane section. Almost paid off for him, but just for whatever reason, checked up a little short. Let's see if he's close enough this time around to make a move on Richard as they go through the infield now, making their way past Graham in the all blue car. Gets out of the way of our race leaders. Great driving to see there. Thank you, Graham. But Lauren just ahead of our leaders come through the switchback and the chicane. She gets out of the way. Great driving to see there. Simon trying to put pressure on him, just clipping the inside of the barrier that time around, opening up a couple of lengths there for Richard. Oh, both cars clipping the barriers that time around through the chicane, getting up onto two wheels just like on touring cars. Trying to keep it nice and tight. Oh, there we go. Mistake from Richard. That's allowed Cy to go through on him. Richard tries to come back in on the inside. Down the back straight away they go. Simon running out wide. Richard, checking up just in front of race control there, almost into the back bumper of Sai. Does great, great driver control there from Richard not to run into the back of him. I'll send you the invoice, Graham. Oh no, Sai's hit something. That's popped the front of his car off. Out of our race leader while I was looking the other way for a moment. He's collected something. Somebody's upside down, needed to be rescued there. Oh, the computer's a little bit slow. Old guys rules. Barry's out in front in the all-purple car. Here he comes across the stripe now. Richard in hot pursuit. Up through the infield they go. Round the teardrop, onto the main straightaway. Let's see who's got the most mumbo in a straight line. Looks like Richard's car has. Barry running a wide line around there. That time around through the switchback he goes, through the chicane, down to the teardrop. Keeping it nice and tidy as Barry's got a Lauren in front of him. Richard not too far behind. He's not catching him either as they come up on. They've got slower traffic just ahead of them. The wells are getting together. Whoa, angry eyes. No, everything's still working. That's good. Meanwhile, back out in front, Barry still leading the way. He's got a slower car ahead of him. So he comes across the stripe this time around. Graham just gets out of the way. Richard just dropping back a little bit. Third spot's held down by Antonio. Where is Antonio? Antonio's in the Red Bull car, just going across the stripe this time around now, taking an ample amount of curb there. Same with Barry that time around as well. So go through the chicane, round the teardrop and onto the main straightaway they go. So Barry's coming to put a lap on Antonio as they come through the infield. We've got cars upside down going across the stripe there. A race leader trying him. Oh, nice, beautiful move there by Barry. Very unlike him to be gentleman on his way through. Normally charges through like an elephant in a china shop. Richard dropping right back. This time around, maybe he's just letting his tyres come back to him. He's got 45 seconds left to run. El Presidente gets out of the way, allowing our race leaders to come through on him. Unfortunately, he doesn't drive like Ari Vartanen does. He's a little bit slower. At least he keeps it on all four wheels, does our president. Right, 15 seconds left to run. Drivers Barry's to lose. He's got a big lead. It's going to go one more through.
Very beautifully done. More than those breaths. And 10 ran it in big breaths. Jesus. Up in blood. 50 up in the air. With 3 white when we died.
All right, that's everyone done. Thank you, drivers. Thank you, marshals. I'll have to have a look at the results of this because it looks like there's been a couple of laps missed there by young Hugo. I'll fix that up post-race. Just waiting for a couple of cars to check in, namely Colin and Craig, and they're both checked in. Awesome. All right, if we can have drivers from that last race out to Marshall, please. 2 more races to go for this season, and we're done and dusted. All right, drivers, if you'd like to grid them up now, please. Starting order is Gale off 1, Colin 2, Simon 3, Jamie 4, Gavin 5, Alex in 6, Justin 7, Neville 8, Craig 9, Daniel 10. Just a reminder, we've got prize giving once we've packed down the track over at the Grange, which is in Smales Farm, just on the other side of the AIZ building, or AIA building, which we can see outside the school here. All right. Drivers ready. Marshall's ready. Phones away. Hands out of pockets. Let's get this one underway. We are going racing on the Roadrunner. All right, here we go. Final A main for front-wheel drive touring cars. Gale Bunaware leads them away from his P1 spot with a clean set of heels. A little further back, we've got Colin Story trying to run him down, but Simon Norton is also in hot pursuit as they come down to complete their first lap this time around. 1, 2, and 3. Jamie Holmes in that fourth spot with Gavin Dawson in the 5. Somebody's got a squeakiness going on there somewhere. Sound like a handbrake stuck on. Oh, Colin trying to put a lot of pressure on Gale through the centre section of the track there in front of the driver's stand. Oh, here we go. A couple of little coming togethers there with Norton. And now we've got Holmes buying into this as well, as they are just letting Gale get away with this one. If this is the case and he wraps up the 13.5, it'll be 3 from 3 this year for the young man. Oh, a mistake there by Jamie needing to be marshalled. Goes our race leader through on him. Second place now and third. Fourth place, looks like Gavin Dawson is still holding on to 4. Just wait for the stripe to update. Yeah, Gavin, then Justin, then Alex. Craig's a little further back. Looks like it's dropped a lap of his. I'll have to fix that post-race as well. So he's possibly up in that 4 spot. Good little battle here with Gavin Davidson and Craig Pullers are coming down the front straight away with the silver and blue car, followed by the green, white, red, and yellow machine. Jamie Holmes getting into all sorts of bother this time around, not having it all his own way today. Gabby just making an error there coming through on the transponder loop. Oh, somebody's going for a Superman moment over there, trying to take out our president while he's marshalling. Meanwhile, second and third still battling away. Colin Story just ahead of the Silk Cup purple and white car of Simon Norton as they go down the front straight away. Coming around to put a lap on Daniel this time around. Through the loop they go. Oh, beautiful move there by Sai. Back end of his front wheel drive just steps out. And Colin making an error there. That's allowed Simon to skip away. Our race leader is, where is he? He's about to put a lap on Gavin Dawson as they come down the front straight away. Oh, Simon taking chunks out of his new body shell, just clipping the inside barrier there in front of the loop. Colin still holding down that third spot. Could possibly be in the fourth with Craig more than likely just ahead of him an actual race pace now as they go down the front straight away. Keeping it nice and quiet there through the infield, round through the carousel and the chicanes. Colin and Craig going hard. Oh, somebody's dropped the wheel there. There's a wheel off a car. So, Justin, his wheels popped off. Meanwhile, back out in front, we've got Craig holding out Colin as they go down the front straight away again. Into the hairpin they go. Casper just ahead of them. Both of them tripping. Oh, bit of a love tap there between those two. Jamie's probably not in this one, so we don't need to worry about him too much, but he could cause a bit of a nuisance if somebody makes an error in the braking zones. Craig now running through that chicane area, keeping his car nice and flat. Got Elmo upside down, needing to be marshalled on the infield. We've got a minute left to run, drivers. All right, that battle between Craig and Colin still go. Oh, Colin just making a mistake there, catching the inside barrier again, putting his car on its lid. Doesn't need to be marshalled, but allows Craig to skip away. All right, drivers for 13.5, just hold station for a moment. I'm just going to do some lap scoring repairs, and we need some repair work done by the timing bridge. So just cool your heels for a couple of minutes. Thank you. All right, sorry, drivers. If we can have drivers out from front-wheel drive, A main to Marshall, please. Drivers from front-wheel drive, A main to Marshall. Our final race of the day.
Where are you going to be? Gavin Dawson. Adam Newman. Evenly. Arden Brewer.
All right, so is Dillinger running in this? Yeah, he is. There he is. Goes across the stripe now. You're not counting Dillinger. Do you just want to check your transponder, please? All right, need some marshals along the back straight, please. Need some marshals along the back straight. Still not counting. Who are you waving at? Oh, okay. Dillinger, you're still not checking in, mate. Get everyone else to grid on up. All right, we'll get this one underway. Marshall's ready. Drivers ready. We're racing on the Roadrunner. Or not. Try now. Right, here we go. 13.5 A main. Final one for 2024. Gale, we're leading the way with Hayden Gordon into that second spot and Dillinger in the 3. A little further back got Speedy. Gale opening up a nice gap. I can smell a bit of rain in the air. Gale opening up a decent lead there. Let's have a look at these LMP cars, or LMH hypercars, whatever you want to call them. Got the Ferrari out there in the Corsica colours, followed by the Peugeot, which is kind of appropriate for Barry, being a bit of a pug. It's going to rain on me later. It's doing it again. Yeah, so Hayden checked in, Dillinger didn't check in, but it's not picking him up. All right, so Gale still holding this lead quite comfortably from Adam. Jason Helg up into the 3 spot. Speedy in the 4. Hayden currently showing, and again, we've got a timing issue. So we'll need to have a look at that post-race. Follow the Ferrari around of Gavin's for a couple of laps. I think looks pretty cool on track. Doesn't bounce around like the real cars do on the bumpy surface, but certainly seems to be quick enough in a straight line. 13.5s are obviously a lot quicker, so can't do a proper comparison with Barry quite a little way back, but sure once we get a few of these on track, it'll look really cool. See now, Dylan just. All right, minute 25 left to run. Gale's got a handy lead over Speedy. Jason in the 3 spot, Adam in the 4, Hayden currently showing in 5, but I've got a funny feeling it's a little higher up than that, looking at how hard he's battling Speedy. Meanwhile, the LM, the hypercars, Barry's reeling in Gavi, even though he's showing 2 laps down currently on our race score. All right, 30 seconds left to run, drivers. 30 seconds left to run.